Long before he became an international sports icon commanding absolute fascination under the bright arena lights, Lyoto Machida was forged in tradition. Born in Salvador and raised in Belém, Brazil, he was steeped in the martial philosophy of his father, Elusive Machida. Lyoto did not approach fighting out of a simple desire for quick internet validation or cheap fame. His primary goal was to honor a deep samurai legacy through rigorous daily practice of traditional Shotokan karate. He rapidly developed an extraordinarily disciplined approach to physical and mental training, mastering spacing, timing, and footwork from early childhood. He supplemented his striking foundation with sumo wrestling and Brazilian jiu-jitsu, building a complete physical framework long before stepping into the professional ranks. Machida proved very early on that he was a completely unique breed of martial artist, a quiet, focused warrior destined to permanently reshape modern combat sports. What truly transformed Lyoto Machida from a promising contender into an absolute mythical figure within the global fight community was his movement. He introduced a revolutionary tactical blueprint that baffled the entire MMA world, standing at a far distance with an open, traditional karate stance. He made dangerous brawlers swing wildly at empty air while maintaining complete composure, utilizing subtle feints and quick backward steps to keep his distance entirely safe. He controlled the canvas space with the calm precision of a master artist, waiting patiently for his opponent to commit a critical tactical error. The moment an attacker overextended, Lyoto would strike with lightning speed, landing a surgical straight left or a devastating counter knee. This untouchable style turned his early octagon appearances into highly studied masterclasses, proving to the entire world that traditional martial arts could dominate the modern cage. The immense potential hidden inside Lyoto's unique fighting system reached a spectacular competitive peak during his early years in the UFC. He built an astonishing undefeated record, defeating top-tier light heavyweight contenders without absorbing virtually any significant damage in return. Standing proudly under the blinding arena lights, he systematically dismantled world-class athletes while making the grueling process look astonishingly effortless and clean. He earned widespread fascination because opponents literally could not figure out how to land a clean punch on his chin. Judges and fans alike watched in awe as he won round after round with pristine efficiency, never showing a single mark of fatigue or injury. This incredible unbeaten streak solidified his elite status at the absolute apex of the combat industry, establishing the Dragon as an untouchable force and generating immense mainstream anticipation for his title run. The absolute historical pinnacle of Lyoto's professional career reached a legendary status during his iconic title clash at UFC 98 against Rashad Evans. Both men entered the octagon as undefeated champions, but Machida put on a breathtaking display of timing that left the world speechless. In the second round, he unleashed a precision barrage of counterpunches that knocked his opponent out cold, securing the light heavyweight world title in absolute, stunning fashion. Following the historic victory, commentator Joe Rogan famously declared to millions of global viewers that the world had officially entered the Machida era. Standing under the bright lights with the gold belt wrapped around his waist, Lyoto dedicated his victory to the purity of traditional karate values. That spectacular knockout victory cemented his name in gold letters worldwide, establishing him as a premier global attraction and proving his system was superior to all. While his calculated counter-striking defined his title reign, one single historic moment forever solidified Lyoto in the viral stratosphere of pop culture. At UFC 129, inside a packed stadium of 55,000 fans, he faced the legendary Hall of Famer Randy Couture. In the second round, Machida executed a flawless, jump front crane kick directly to his opponent's chin, landing the exact technique popularized by the iconic Karate Kid movie with absolute mechanical perfection. The spectacular knockout went down as one of the single most famous, breathtaking finishes in the entire history of professional combat sports. It proved that traditional techniques, often dismissed by modern critics as theatrical or impractical, could be executed at the highest competitive level with devastating results. That viral moment immortalized Lyoto as a true creative artist of the cage, proving that martial arts beauty and raw knockout power could exist in complete harmony. Following his memorable historic run in the light heavyweight division, Lyoto demonstrated remarkable versatility by moving down to the middleweight class. He instantly proved his speed and footwork were even more lethal at a lighter weight, scoring terrifying knockouts against elite top contenders. His head kick destruction of Mark Munoz and surgical performances proved that his unique traditional style was fully adaptable across multiple weight divisions without losing impact. He eventually earned a high-stakes title shot against middleweight king Chris Weidman, engaging in a 5-round, breathless war that earned Fight of the Night honors. Even in narrow decision losses against younger elite athletes, Machida showcased an unbreakable warrior spirit and world-class conditioning. His successful middleweight campaign reinforced his reputation as a timeless competitor capable of challenging the very best in the world across multiple eras of fighting. Beyond his world-famous footwork and lightning-fast counter-strikes, Lyoto earned global reverence for his absolute, unwavering adherence to martial honor. In an era increasingly dominated by manufactured internet drama and vulgar pre-fight trash talk, he remained a shining beacon of traditional respect. He always bowed deeply to his opponents before and after every single battle, victory, or defeat, treating every rival with profound, genuine dignity throughout his long career. He never engaged in cheap promotional stunts, letting his actions inside the cage speak with total clarity to millions of fans worldwide. This dignified approach earned him the deep, lasting respect of hardcore fight purists, casual viewers, and corporate sponsors alike. Machida proved to the international sports landscape that an elite world champion could reach the absolute pinnacle of a brutal sport while maintaining the humble spirit and moral integrity of a true traditional master. The ultimate cornerstone of Lyoto's lifelong athletic success was his absolute commitment to his family's unique training method, the Machida karate system. Alongside his brothers, Shinzo and Shinzo, he refined their father's traditional techniques into a modern, combat-proven martial art. They carefully systematically studied the mechanics of distance control, sweep timing, and level changes, creating a scientific training methodology that could be passed down to future generations. Their family gym became an elite destination for global fighters seeking to understand the elusive secrets of distance management and counterstriking. Lyoto approached every single training camp with the exact same humility, discipline, and intense focus that defined his youth in Belém. This collective family effort kept his skills perpetually sharp, ensuring that his technical evolution remained decades ahead of traditional MMA striking systems throughout his historic career. A major definitive factor that set Lyoto apart from almost every striker of his generation was his absolute, peerless mastery over distance control. He possessed a near-supernatural ability to gauge spatial measurements down to the exact millimeter, staying just out of reach of sweeping hooks and head kicks. This unique spatial awareness forced frustrated opponents to overextend, stepping directly into his hidden traps and violent counter-striking pathways with zero time to react. He utilized swift lateral movement and subtle shifts to circle away from danger, making him feel like an untouchable ghost inside the enclosed cage space. While other fighters relied heavily on thick defensive guards or raw toughness to absorb shots, Lyoto relied entirely on agility and timing. This masterclass in spatial management continues to be analyzed by elite striking coaches across the globe, proving that distance control is the ultimate shield in combat. The ultimate measure of Lyoto's professional character was his remarkable durability and resilience over 2 decades of top-tier competition. Competing at the absolute highest level across multiple major promotions like the UFC and Bellator, he faced several generations of elite world champions. He never allowed painful losses or temporary setbacks to compromise his dedication to physical fitness, continually returning to the cage with renewed focus and technical adjustments. He listened to his body with absolute precision, utilizing traditional health practices, disciplined dieting, and meticulous recovery protocols to maintain high-level athletic output well into his 50s. This extended career longevity allowed him to inspire multiple generations of fans and young fighters across the world. Machida proved that a true warrior's career is not defined by a single period of dominance, but by an enduring, lifelong commitment to the martial path. Following his historic competitive years at the peak of the sport, Lyoto transitioned smoothly into an international ambassador for traditional martial arts. He traveled extensively across the globe, conducting highly sought-after seminars, masterclasses, and instructional workshops for thousands of eager practitioners. He dedicated his time to teaching the deeper philosophical principles of Shotokan karate, emphasizing discipline, respect, and mental clarity alongside technical striking execution. He approached his instructional career with the same authentic humility and passion that characterized his championship title runs under the blinding arena lights. He earned widespread respect from traditional martial artists who credited him with revitalizing global interest in classical karate during a period dominated by modern styles. Lyoto proved that a true champion's ultimate mission is to educate and elevate the martial arts community as a whole. Lyoto Machida has permanently etched his name into the absolute upper echelon of sports history, leaving behind a blueprint that will never be forgotten. He will forever be revered as the dragon who successfully proved that traditional martial arts, when executed with perfection and discipline, can conquer the world. His incredible life journey stands as a powerful reminder that sharp intelligence, true humility, and a warrior heart will always stand the test of time. Future generations of mixed martial artists and karate practitioners will continually study his flawless counter-striking videos and his untouchable footwork, trying to replicate his magic. He showed the world that a real champion could achieve legendary immortality by remaining fiercely true to his roots, fighting the absolute best, and protecting his proud character. The Brazilian Dragon has permanently etched his name in gold, leaving an unforgettable, timeless mark on history.